Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Just running through a few recent pickups, some identified, some not. We'll start with the identified pieces like this Whitefriars specimen vase. I have seen some of these on eBay with the sticker still on them. The form does vary a bit. I'm guessing they're all completely handmade, so the taper on the flute can vary in the size of the bulb. No pontal on this one. It's got that slightly brown tint to the glass, but quite a nice little specimen vase there in ruby. We have my second piece of Nordic pattern Ravenhead glass. This is a bowl. I have a little sort of comport as well. I really like this pattern. Unfortunately, I was carrying too much stuff out of the car. I dropped it. It was in a plastic bag and I put a chip on it here, but never mind. And yeah, that'll just go in my collection, I think, because I like that pattern. I'll see how much I can acquire of that. This is a Bohemia crystal tri-foot bowl, but I'll tell you an interesting anecdote about this design. I think it was at an auction house because I didn't buy it, and there was the same design bowl, might have been in a slightly smaller size, but with 3 feet and those fan cuts on the base, and the same curving around shape to the bowl. And it was signed Joseph Inward, and Inward was absorbed by Bohemia, maybe in the late 50s or 60s, somewhere around there. And so I wonder if this design is actually something they got from Inward and just kept it going. Anyway, that's it. It was only $3. It was there a month ago, and I went back into the city a couple of days ago and it was still there. And I thought, you know what, this time I'll buy it. It was kind of filthy and everyone else had left it alone. Impossible to sell, but I just couldn't help but pick that one up. Let's go to the other identified piece, and that's this pressed glass jug. This is Australian by Crown Crystal, and they did a little set of these with different fruits on them. This is the strawberry pattern. It's a rare example of Australian glass that I actually like, pressed glass or depression glass. So 30s to 60s, somewhere around there. Quite heavy, very thick walled, and yeah, a bit of fun. And I actually already had one in a different pattern, so that's the cherry one here. I think it's cherry anyway, and I think it's clean. I use this for pouring water into drinking glasses when I'm selling them to see how much volume they can take. That's why it's wet. So yeah, a couple of different patterns there. There are 4 or 5 of them. And actually the guy at the tip shop where I bought this, he said he collected depression glass. I asked him if this was Australian because I couldn't remember. He said yes, and he said yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of them, which was a good little memory refresher. Let's actually get rid of that. Back around there. Yeah, nice little jug. Here's an interesting one. It's a quite large glass bowl. Well, not that large, but decent size. Let's put the ruler on it. 23 centimeters. And yeah, unfortunately unsigned. Nice ring. It's just got the perfect shape. But this sort of wheat padding around the perimeter here. And just vertical cuts. I quite like this. If I see a bowl that just doesn't have any of the usual diamond cutting or pinwheel cutting, you know, I'm always interested because you just don't see many good crystal bowls that are, you know, kind of different like this. So, not sure who made it. I did a bit of looking around and I just couldn't. It was kind of hopeless. Could be by anyone. It's not the same shape as like Stuart bowls or Bohemia. Looking closely, it has been acid dipped, so it's 20th century. And I counted the points on the star. Now I forgot. I think it might be 52, but yeah, a bit of wear on there. I suspect it's from the 50s. I feel like the design is consistent with that. Yeah, but no idea where it was made. Alright, just one, oh no, 2 more pieces. Also unidentified, pressed glass jug with a fish on it. Really quite a nice piece, this. Some birds, I don't know if those are swans or geese. you think? We have this interesting arching pattern around here. Doesn't remind me of any Australian glass. It is that depression glass, pressed glass, slightly roughly made, you know, sort of feel about it. It's got a little chip on the lip here, but it's actually quite, the glass is thinner than you have on this Australian Crown Crystal. I think you can see that here. So these Crown Crystal is always really clunky, and I don't think, based on that, and based on the fact that I've never seen one of these before, that it's Australian made. And yeah, like the arching pattern, I don't know, it might be like continental. I was wondering even if it could be American, but it is a bit rough with the seams. You know, is it a bit rough to be Czech or American? I don't know. Somewhere on the base, but very hard to really pin down the age on this. It's just not too thick, and very wide, like really wide in diameter, good 10 centimeters or so. Anyway, pretty happy with it. I might one day identify it if I hold on to it, but yeah, not holding my breath. This one I bought off eBay. The guy said it was, I think he said 1920s, and I saw the photo. He's really quite a poor eBay seller. I was half wondering if he was wrong. It was very cheap. It was like $38. And I won't go into the full story. There was a bit of an issue with something else that I bought, because I tried to buy a bunch of things at once and he had to cancel one of them anyway. So I bought this and some other stuff. Now, it's quite a nice decanter. It's not very tall, and yeah, like 20 centimeters. It's like a polished base, and then there's a pontil within that, which is interesting. And there's just not a lot of wear. I mean, there is, it's kind of confined to like a narrow rim around this broader polishing. And I am now of the view that he was probably right. It probably is like a 20th century one, based on that. I think there was something funny, like the stopper had a number on it, and then the stopper's got a number here, and I couldn't find a number on the bottle. So it fits very well. So maybe a millimeter of wobble. So maybe it is an original. Yeah, so probably from the 20th century. It's very well done, quite a nice pattern, and you don't really know what. I was hoping it might be worth a bit if it was older, but anyway, I think it's 20th century. So yeah, just a nice little decanter there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.